of this enterprise. The point about the fact that there is one type of autocracy, whether expressed by kings or by one-man rule republics, the same kind of autocracy. But of course, the conclusion of our teams as Club of Madrid who toured the area was that the aspiration was for the monarchies to develop into constitutional monarchies and for the republics to become democratic republics. Once we were, as Club of Madrid members, honored by an invitation by His Majesty the King here. And I joked with him, I said to him, Majesty, I hope you catch a cold and sneeze so that all the Arab monarchs catch this cold. The point is, the example of what happened in Spain is very relevant to what may happen in the Arab monarchies if we get enough Juan Carloses. The potential Juan Carloses are there because the different dynasties, the different regimes have educated their sons and daughters, and they now realize they are very uncomfortable with the present anachronistic systems and regimes. So the potential of Carlos is there. The point is that there are different scenarios, but the main strategy is an alternative to autocracy. Turkey. No doubt the Turkish role, both not in terms of the Kemalist agenda. The Kemalist agenda will not have any, I believe, example to give because it is not one for reconciling religion with state, but actually it is a hostile secularism to religion. However, the present regime or the present government has all the potential of influencing because it is trying to synthesize between Islam and modernization. And this is the agenda that is going to be fought within Islam, between those who want to synthesize with modernization and those who want to go back in history. I add to this the following, that the present movement is there, it's pervasive, it is irreversible. Also, it was spearheaded by the youth. Therefore, it has a fund of mass support. Also, it has discovered a weapon. The weapon is that of mass presence, mass sit-ins, mass demonstrations. This has created for change a human shield. Secondly, this human shield has been made very effective by the presence of free satellite channels, which help influence the resonation of the change and the aspiration for change. Also, there is now the great development in humanitarian international law, which means that no government can, with impunity, kill its people. So there is the responsibility to protect. There is the International Criminal Court. All this is going to be a very important contribution to the situation. So I believe that this is a new thing, and also that the youth who are present in huge numbers, more than 60% of the populations, who will be there and who now have made democratization and change their signature tune. And they will, I believe, use this weapon for the purpose. There are necessary changes which, if they don't take place, there will be, I believe, there will be continuous instability, which the world will pay the price for. Why? Because if the democratization does not succeed, the alternative will be frustration, which may lead to coup d'etats, reactionary coup d'etats, and or the extremist fanatical program, which is now very jealous of the fact that there is an alternative soft approach to change, will gain the time, will believe that they are the only alternative for real change. This, they must be deprived of this possibility. For this deprivation to take place, the change must, we believe, must be effective in 5 very pregnant aspects of a problem. One, new relationship between governed and governors, between people and government, that is based on participation, accountability, transparency, and the rule of law. 2, effective socio-economic change that makes the regimes, the countries, viable economically and socially. Thirdly, a new relationship between the area and the international community. This area is the most intervened in area in the world because of certain things which we may go into. And therefore, the presence of and relation with the international community, especially the West, is very important. It has got to shift from the current relations between the West and the countries that are really based on lack of co-equality, so that they become based on partnership and co-equality. And the fourth aspect, there needs to be a visit to the issue of peace. There will be no room for peace that is not based on justice, because the people who are going to be empowered are going to judge whatever peace they enter into by this basis of justice. We can go into detail over this issue. Another point is the very paucity of social services, education, health, and so on, which also need to be impacted favorably if the democratic change is not only to be sustainable, but also to stand up to all the different reactionary and violent and extremist agendas. We hope that this will take place. In this respect, of course, there is going to be a great partnership between the new forces that are making the change and the rest of the world in order to build a more just world order. Thank you.